Rufus Sport and MMA athletes, my name is Matt Gifford. I'm the strength and conditioning coach for the TUF season 20 here out in Vegas. I'm joined by Sergio the Team Pettis and Dustin Ortiz, and we're going to show you the fighter's dozen. These are mobility exercises, soft tissue exercises, and strength and conditioning activation, general strength exercises. They're going to help you guys at home get more out of your workouts, hopefully stay injury free, and again, gain a better understanding of what we want to accomplish as an athlete to put ourselves in a better, healthier position as our careers and camps kind of progress. So we're going to start with soft tissue work, and from a most basic standpoint, soft tissue work is like self-massage. It's working on the body's myofascia, and what we're trying to do is apply pressure to specific focal adhesions to get things to loosen up so we can flow better and move better as an athlete. So we're going to start out with our utensils here. We've got rollers, we've got a softball as well. I'm just going to start with our upper body first. Sergio's going to start working into his lat, which is going to connect up by that shoulder, and it's going to run all the way down towards that lower back area. So what Sergio wants to do is just basically fold back and forth, use his hips to push himself back and forth. He wants to get his arm extended out as far as he can. We want to spend about 2 minutes or somewhere in that ballpark. If you don't have time, 30 seconds is fine. And you basically want to use your body, aches and pains, to tell you where we should be spending more time. So he's going to work the lat, and then Dustin here is going to work the pec on the softball. Both these areas, okay, that lat and that pec minor, are going to lead to shoulder issues if we're bound up and tight. It's going to put a lot of pressure on our shoulders. It's going to basically tug and pull our shoulder into a bad position. Most people are anterior tilted, again, because of that fighter position, because what we're doing as athletes, MMA athletes specifically. So we're just working on soft tissue areas. They're going to help us open up a little more. Pec, lat. We'll go to the lower body real quick. I'm going to have Sergio start by rolling out his IT band, which is going to run from the outside of that knee all the way up to that ball of his butt, the lateral portion of his hip. This one, if we look at the lower foot, if you're a pronator, which we see a lot of our athletes over pronating, okay, is going to cause a lot of issues. So it starts with the foot, but I just want to show you soft tissue work on that IT bend. He's going to bend his bottom knee. That's going to run from the knee towards his hip. That causes pressure and stress to the lower back, the outside of your knee. You want to make sure we're open up there. And then Dustin's going to work his piriformis, or his glute. So he's just going to focus on the bulb of his butt. He's going to focus on the outside hip. Yep, we've got a softball down below that he's going to use as well. So those are our 4 soft tissue exercises. Once we're opened up there, we're going to move out to must-haves, okay, 4 must-haves for mobility. And Sergio is going to start with the PVC pipe. He's going to work on thoracic spine extension. We want to be able to create about 30 degrees of extension in that T-spine. And that's what Sergio's going to do. So he's going to do our Archback. It's a classic next level exercise. He's going to put the roller just underneath his shoulder blades. He's going to keep his abs really tight. He's just going to sit back with his shoulders, pause momentarily, and then crunch up. We'll do about 10 reps there. Dustin's going to go to our cat-cow now, or cat-camel. This one's going to open up the superficial fascia in the back. It's going to work on pelvic rotation as well. It's also going to work on T-spine extension, okay, and then scap retraction. At the very end, he's going to pull his shoulder blades back together. We'll do about 10 reps there. From there, I'm going to get my man Serge to come to an all-fours quadruped position. He's going to widen out his knees as far as he can. He's going to put one of his hands on the top of his head. He's going to do our classic thread the needle to work on T-spine extension and rotation. His eyes, we're going to draw the head and neck out as far as you can. This one's going to help you guys with striking, with movement up top. It's also going to take pressure off the lower back. Dustin here is going to go side-to-side hip drop. I'm actually going to give you one more bang for your buck here. So he's going to bring his knees together. He's going to drop his hips from side to side. That's going to open up the lateral line. It's also going to open up the glute and the IT band as well. And then really quickly, Dustin, after about 8 reps aside, I just want you to go to your butt and do your knee-to-knee stretch. Why don't we move right up to our knee-to-knee stretch. So Dustin's going to go in the seated position. He's going to lay down. His feet are going to be out as wide as he can. He's going to work on internal hip rotations. He's going to bring a foot up. He's going to drop one knee as far as he can. He'll come back up. Now this one, okay, a lot of us are stuck outside in externally rotated state, so it's hard to get into rotation. One of the main things we can do to help drive that action neuromuscularly is to open up the lateral slings by doing side oblique type exercises, farmer's carries, side planks. We're going to move on to that stuff in 1 second. So that was our 4 or 5 mobility exercises. Now we're just going to do 4 to 5 activation exercises to get the lights turned on for what's oftentimes dormant and weak muscle groups. So Serge is going to start on his back. We're not going to use the band, Serge. I'm just going to have you do a glute extension. So he's going to flatten out his lower back to the ground. He's going to pop his hips up, squeeze his butt. This is going to activate the glutes Again, most of us are often in an anteriorly rotated position, so this is just going to fire the glutes to maintain a more neutral pelvic position. Again, your glutes are also one of the biggest drivers for hip extension, flexion rotation, so a great stabilizing muscle, great hip driver as well. So maybe do about 10 reps. A second progression would be a glute bridge with a concomitant lat reach. So glute bridge up, then reach outside. This is going to work on thoracolumbar fascia. It's also going to open up the lat line as well. Maybe 10 to 20 reps here. Dustin's going to go to his stomach real quick. He's going to go to a Scap pullback. This is going to ingrain shoulder external rotation and also Scap retraction and depression. His chest stays down. He's going to start with his palms up. He's going to rotate the shoulders out, making sure the scap's moving on the rib cage. He's doing an awesome job of keeping a double chin position. If you want to add to that, keep the tongue at the roof of your mouth. And again, most of us are sitting here, so this is trying to drive us back into a better, safer position. Sergio, real quick, is going to go to a Scap push-up. He's going to give me about 15 reps. This is going to work the subscap and the serratus as well. This one's really important for striking health. Good. And then our last one, I'm just going to have Dustin land his side, bend the bottom knee, go top leg glute. This is going to work not only bottom hip activation, but also top leg glute, which we're really weak at. It's going to help with our landing mechanics. It's going to help keep our knees a little bit healthier as well. So I gave you guys about 4 to 5 exercises for soft tissue quality, mobility, and then general activation exercises. Those are must-haves as prehab exercises before you guys start. You can use them as finishers. You can do this stuff every day. Thanks for watching. More to come.